The film begins by showing someone dragging a woman's body across the jungle while two little girls watch on in the introduction credits scene. The scene moves to a young law student called Sarah. She is running late for her fellowship class, so she is running across campus. She gets into class on time and gives a very great answer to a case that the professor asks her about. Sarah smiles at a cute boy who she has had a crush on for a long time. Later, Sarah is at the pub she works in after hours when a beautiful girl comes in. A man on the counter hits on her, but Sarah kicks him out. The beautiful woman is grateful and introduces herself as Alex Layton. While conversing, Sarah's face drops when a classmate walks in. Her name is Brooke, and she is Sarah's arch nemesis / the girl dating Sarah's crush Eric. Brooke notes Sarah stealing from the tip jar and tells the bar owner, resulting in Sarah getting fired. Outside, she runs into Alex, who is super intoxicated. She invites Sarah for a drink, but Sarah wants to get to her dorm room and rest. Sarah volunteers to drive Alex home since she should not drink and drive. Sarah is amazed to see Alex's huge house. Alex learns about Sarah getting fired, and she decides to take her to a party since parties make everything better. At the party, the two run into Nina, Alex's stepmother. She advises Alex to stay away and not ruin her opening night before leaving. Alex reveals that she was an intern at Vogue and met Nina, who was a photographer. The two started dating and Alex invited her to stay the weekend at her father's mansion. Shortly after this, Nina and Alex's father get engaged, leaving Alex in the dust. Brooke and Eric walk in and Alex insists that they go greet them. Alex makes a suggestive comment at Eric, making Brooke seethe with fury. She leaves the party. Eric finds Sarah nursing Alex, who has had too much to drink, and volunteers to help take her home. Alex quickly comes out of it and begins dancing in the house. She kisses Sarah, saying that Eric wouldn't mind, then invites them to the pool. Eric and Sarah join in, and the three begin having fun. Sarah kisses Eric, but this makes Alex jealous, and in the end, Eric leaves as Alex nearly drowns him, so he does not kiss Sarah. As he leaves, Alex continues making out with Sarah and the two have a wild lesbian night. In the morning, Sarah makes a hangover remedy for Alex that she had learned from her hippie aunt. She also explains that while last night was fun, it was a one-time thing, and asks if they can be friends. Alex is disappointed, but she downplays it. Sarah gets a call and rushes to school, where she learns that her scholarship has been revoked. Brooks had told her aunt, who is on the school's committee, about her theft, causing her to lose her scholarship. Professor Nolan explains that he had tried his best to defend Sarah, so she can complete the term and hopefully, the two can figure something out. Shra goes to her dorm room to find that she has been kicked out. She gets a text from Alex, who is waiting for her outside. While walking there, she sees Brooke talking to her friends. She gets angry that that little girl ruined her life, so she approaches her. She calls her out for ruining her life and threatens to harm her if she continues to mess with her. Alex and Sarah go on a drive. Alex shoplifts some snacks from a convenience store, saying that Sarah shouldn't be the only one that gets to steal. The two drive to the city's outskirts and Alex mentions that the two should make their own rules since life is not fair. Alex says that she wants Sarah to see where she grew up. Alex's house is a huge mansion built in the 1800s. She reveals that her mother had committed suicide by the pool when she was little. This is why she loves the water so much, as it is her way of connecting with her. Alex also takes Sarah to Nina's workshop. She is an avid hunter, so she has all sorts of knives and guns in the house. Alex has Sarah examine a knife and the sharp edge nicks her hand. Alex nicks her hand too and entwines their fingers together before sucking on them and saying that they are blood sisters now. Sarah and Alex start having fun in the house, swimming, and playing with the water fountains. One thing leads to another and the two begin making out by the trampoline. Their loud music is switched off by Nina and David, who walk in. David is Alex's stepdad. Alex wonders why she has to call when coming home while she never had to previously. David explains that Alex has her own place, so she should always call so that he can know when she is coming. Nina remarks that Alex is a spoiled brat who does not deserve David's generosity. Alex retaliates by mentioning that all David has is because of her mother. Later, Alex reveals that she and David had gotten close after her mother's death, making him the only family she has. She says that people like Nina and Brooke are miserable, and they would love to be taken out of their misery. Alex states that the two should do something about that. She could kill Brooke and Sarah would kill Nina. That way, no one traces anything to anyone and the two can get away with murder and be happy. Alex asks Sarah if she likes her idea and Sarah says that she likes all of Alex's ideas. Late at night, Sarah gets up and walks toward the patio where she sees Nina and David having sex. In school the next day, Sarah is carrying her belongings when Eric approaches him. He has broken up with Brooke. The two kiss and Alex walks in on it. Alex is angry and tells Sarah to be careful since Brooke will unleash hell on her if she finds out that she is with Eric. Brooke is in the pool swimming alone when the lights go off. Someone approaches and kills her, leaving her lifeless body floating in the pool. Alex dives into the pool and retrieves Brooke's necklace, showing that she is behind the murder. Alex goes to her apartment giddy with excitement and recounts that she had killed Brooke. She has Sarah hold Brooke's necklace, getting her fingerprint on it. Sarah is horrified and wants to leave, but Alex threatens to frame Sarah for Brooke's murder. After all, she wore Sarah's boots to the murder, has Sarah's print on the necklace, can easily plant Brooke's eyeglasses on her, and Sarah was the one who had a public fight with Brooke. The next morning, Sarah is woken by Detective Laws and informed about the murder. Everything gets real so soon, but Alex covers for her, saying that the two were home all night, giving Sarah an alibi. Sarah and Alex are seen at Brooke's funeral. After the service, Professor Nolan explains that he believes Sarah and will do his best to defend him. Sarah is also approached by Alex, whose fake sympathies make Sarah believe that Alex is a monster. Alex tells Sarah that she has a few days until they can commit the next murder. Sarah does not want to do the second murder, but Alex threatens to tell the police about it. The detective approaches Sarah, but she dismisses her, saying that she has said all she had to. Sarah goes to see Eric and confesses all that happened. Eric wants to go to the cops as soon as possible, but Sarah cannot trust the cops. She says that the system covered her mother's death because her father was a police officer. This shows that the system favors those with power. However, she has a plan that she hopes will work. Sarah goes to Alex and convinces her that she will fulfill her end of the bargain. She gets a gun and drives to Nina's residence. However, she finds that Nina is nowhere to be seen and that David has been killed. Officers get into the building and arrest Sarah. Outside, she finds Alex and realizes that she had been framed. Alex confirms that Sarah had killed Brooks, and she had covered for her because she did not believe it. She says that she was with Nina in the mall. It appears that Alex and Nina had been in cahoots all this while. She had Nina seduce David so that she can get access to the $50 million her mother had left him. Then, the two plotted to kill David and befriended Sarah so that she could take the fall. Sarah is bailed out by Eric and his father, Professor Nolan. She figures out that the only way to save herself is to get Alex to confess, but Eric wants the police involved this time. Alex and Nina are at her apartment drinking wine and enjoying each other, happy to have gotten away with the crime. Nina leaves to get more wine and her phone beeps with a message from Sarah. Alex begins having doubts after finding that Sarah and Nina are meeting secretly. She asks to meet with Sarah privately. Sarah confesses that Nina is not willing to share the money with her. Sarah urges Alex to make Nina sign over half of the money to her for assurances. Then, they can kill her and get the money for themselves, with Alex giving Sarah 10%. Alex and Nina are seen exiting the lawyer's offices. They get into a car and Sarah surprises Nina as she is in the backseat with a gun. Alex is devastated as she had loved Nina but will now kill her since she betrayed her. She confesses to the murder and is horrified when Nina smiles. The second twist of this film is that Nina and Sarah were working together to get Alex to confess her crimes. A few days later, Sarah says goodbye to Eric, explaining that she needs to clear her head. A few days later, Eric is at the bar when the drunken man from earlier reveals that Sarah had given him $20 to hit on Alex. Eric drives to Sarah's aunt's home and learns the third shocking fact. Sarah and Nina are half-sisters. David had married their mom in one day. He killed her while the girls watched, depicting the first scene. The two vowed revenge and Alex was the sacrificial lamb. The two sisters walk to the bushes where David had disposed of their mother's body. Eric gets an email from Sarah who hopes that what they have done is closer to avenging their mother. And the movie ends here.